I can get back to something that I like to do. Hopefully it works. Let's see if this is going to work. I don't know. Ah, it did work. All right, cool. I can charge my phone up and talk at the same time. All right. So basically, I am in several computer builds. Let me take these this aspirin for my head, cause man, my head is freaking rocking. Freaking on the monitor. I gotta get rid of this monitor. Oops, lost you guys. I got you. Hold on. Did I extend this all the way? I did extend this all the way over. I didn't extend all the way over. Like, really, seriously? Give me the whole thing. There we go. Alright, perfect. That's in there. Hopefully it's in there. Oh! Well, I hope they work. I'm sitting there popping back freaking Good and Plenty's. And I pick up the pills. And I literally forgot they were in my hand. Going back and started crunching on them and realized they were the pills I'm supposed to take for my headache. Now I can take Good and Plenty's. But anyway, I'm going to upgrade to my freezer board over there. And the upgrades I'm going to add for him is I'm going to put another liquid cooling on there. So, I'm thinking about, well, actually I am going to do it. I'm going to liquid cool a video card. Not that video card. That's going into Deep 6. I'm going to liquid cool a 1660. Because again, this is not designed to be like a crazy PC. It's just basic. So, a 1660 graphic card would be perfect in that. And that's what I'm going to do. But I do want to run a liquid cooling system into it. So I'm going to get me a 1660 and drop another liquid cooling system on this unit right here. On the side. And bring it around and hook it up to the 1660 graphic card. That's what I was watching. This guy showing me how to basically liquid cool a graphic card, which isn't hard to do. It's just like the CPU. It does the same thing. Has the 4 ports. Yeah. Same thing. I think it's pretty cool. Get rid of those fans. I'm not a big fan of the fans. I'm not. Fans just push heat. I need something that's going to actually cool the system down. Now, when I do the 4060, that's definitely going to be liquid cool. The M2s, they heat up. I heard the M2s get hot. They get very, very hot. I'm not going to worry about the M2 actually sitting inside that vegetable oil. I'm not going to worry about a problem. But the M2 on this machine or on the gaming system has to be cooled down, which I'm kind of thinking if I do that in Microbox, I might do a daisy chain system. Oh, I have to get my glue gun and do some repairs on this. What the heck is going on there? Oh, no. And we got to get back to the upper cardboard generator display. It's a fan for my desk. I got to finish working on that. In Deep 6, we got a submarine built. I'm so happy about my submarine. You have no idea. To remind you, it's off topic. That screen paint we had sitting over there is under testing. So keep in mind that we expect for all the tests to be finished, including certifies. So if you're going to be go copying, don't forget to do all of them. But I get that package together this week. I'm just going to go Amazon and order everything I need and get all the sample paints from there. Put it all in a box and send it up. Yeah, that's a nice one right there. I want the AIO cooling system. You people talking about 30 Celsius like it's cold. 30 Celsius? We got 17 Celsius on our box. I gotta show them my freezer specifications. My freezer specifications on how far we drop. Notice I dropped to 17. I lowered it up to 17. 17 to 23. Where's the other piece of this? I'm supposed to get another piece of that. Oh, here it is. That's my stand for myself. Alright, I'm gonna put these in. I think it's week. I gotta get these screens done. These walls done, get the screens done, get the new screen paint. I got 4 new screen paints under the table right now. I haven't had a chance to show them all. We got this new one, it's a chestnut hazel brown, it's gorgeous. I can't wait to show it all. But we gotta wait. Right now we can't show them off right now. I gotta get my screens in first here. And the Quasar Color's got another one coming in with this one. I'll be telling you the name of that one soon. That's going to do our giant screen I want to do on this side, because when we modding up my PS4, make it levitate and get that ready, because it's a game on. I'm literally putting that whole screen in on this side for one game, because I can't play that game on 100. It's not going to do it worthy. I need a big screen to play that game on. So if I already downloaded it, already paid for it, I'm not going to play it until I basically get the screen up. So we'll get that done this month, get all that finished. Finish the floor, and we got to do the table. Table got to be done. This thing gave me a serious headache. Like, I got a really jacked up headache from the monitor. Can't be working on the monitor. Man, it's killing me. So I got to turn the table into a screen, because I need it badly. And back and forth, we'll finish these up. So this one I decided to add another liquid cooling system to it. On the side, we're going to put in a 140 millimeter radiator cooling system that's going to drop down and connect right, and actually you connect top here, you connect there, and that's going to be the liquid cooling system. Fans go. You don't need fans anymore. That's going. I do want to eliminate all fans. I don't want to use fans at all. We have to cool our system down. Fans blow for a radiator, yeah, but not for cooling the case. Fans is the worst thing you can use for cooling a case. As I told you before, they don't work at all. Period. I would not run a PC on just fans alone. I wouldn't do it, because You have to understand, unless you're living in the middle of the Antarctic or in an area where it's constantly cold all the time, and you live in warmer areas where you have air conditioning running all the time, then yeah, that's fantastic. You can run fans all day long. That's fantastic. But you can't run them in areas where you have to turn your heat on because your environment changes. And if your environment changes, that means the air that that machine has to suck out of the environment to push it right through the case is hot. I told you, I went through that. I had a PC. It literally felt like I had the Batmobile going off under my desk. I was like, what in the world? Why is it making all that noise? The fans are working extra hard because the computer system is telling the fans on the CPU. It's all computerized. The motherboard was computerized, so it was telling the fans the motherboard's overheating and the fans have to work harder to cool down the motherboard. And I'm like, what the world? I looked at my numbers, and I was at 43 and climbing. I was like, oh shoot, this is not good. Got a lot of expensive parts in there. I had to shut the machine down. It was hot because I realized I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. The heat on in the environment, the system is sucking in hot air from the environment and pushing it back into the system. If you notice, you will have systems brick and burn out faster in the winter than they do in the summer because your AC's on all the time and the area is cold. But in an area where you're running the heat, yeah, you're sucking hot air into your box that already has hot air in it. Then you're pushing that hot air with the hot air in the environment back out and re-looping it back in again. Well, that system right here has a reservoir system. It's water in here. So that water, when the CPU generates heat, it hits that water and it heats up and it pushes it all through here. There's a pump system that pushes it all through here and it hits the radiator system. As it travels through the radiator system, those fans ice it down. It keeps it nice and cold. So that cold water comes right back into that CPU. That water never ever gets a chance to get hot. It's never hot in there. It's always ice cold. The water's constantly pushing through. It's constantly flushing it with cold water. So there's not a moment where that cooling system is hitting hot water in there. Never. That's why I can keep them running that way. These things stay running all day, all night. I never turn them off. There's the other machine over there on that side. They never shut off. I don't have to. And on top of that, with the fans make a lot of noise. The fans they have on these systems are super quiet. You don't hear. That's all you hear. Now the fans I have in this system, I just got them for show. They look pretty. Do I need them? No. And the refrigeration unit does all the work. Now, as you get bigger graphic cards, yeah, they're going to require bigger fans. And again, it's best that you liquid cool them. That's the best thing to do. Run everything off liquid cool. It's the best way to cool your system down. As I said before, the system I'm building with that whole micro small case, I'm going to have a cooling system in there. A little portable gaming system. I saw this USB fan with temperature control. Let me see. PC case fans with temperature control. I don't know if they still make them. There's a fan that spins and it has a temperature control readout on the fan. They're old or hard to get to on top of that. I've seen these already. Is it Cool PC? It's Cool PC. Alright, this should be hot. Right? And I went in the storage unit, get the rotary tool. I literally forgot how many boxes were in there. I'm like, nope. I ain't looking through those boxes for a rotary tool. I'll buy another one. I need to order a new one. I'm not going to those boxes. Way too many. I'll buy one. I bought a cordless, which I'm happy about. Because the other one had a cord on it. And just taking the charging docking station and I'm done. And you got to cut that case up over there. So once we get done, deep 7. Deep 7 is our submarine. This is our submarine that we made out of parts because everybody else wanted to charge me too much money for a sub. If I wanted one, like a really good one with some good detail attached to it, they want to charge me almost like $100, $200. And if I got one with less detail, it's a kiddie sub. Didn't even look right. So I'm going to coat all this black. And then we're going to do a detail paint job to bring all this to life. We're going to put our number right here, number 7, because that's what it is. That's the name of the sub. The sub is called Deep Ocean 7. I love this, all out of parts. I just sat this on camera. We're going to have to build it ourselves. We got that other piece to develop. That's an experimental piece too. Deep Ocean 7 is experimental PC because we're going to submerge an M2 stick under vegetable oil. That's going to be hot to see. I can't wait. I'm excited to see if it runs. That is going to be amazing. I can't wait for that. So let's see. Look at them with the bodies. Oh, I forgot. You're supposed to be building the containers with the bio goo. Get them done too. How much sugar? Boost my energy. Oh, tomatoes. Ooh. I forget how hot these things are. Man. Maybe I shouldn't have put 4 in my mouth. What a bad idea. Nope. It's a good idea. Man, it's good candy. I love hot candy. I have the more hot ones. The hot tamales, the red hots, amazing. Man, when I was a kid, you give me one of these, and man, I would freak out. I live on top. I'm gonna take the pain. That's good. And I like that ghost pepper candy. We ain't doing that crap. Like hot candy, it's enjoyable, not painful. Like the freaking Snickers with the ghost peppers in it. I was watching that people eating that thing. I was like, oh my goodness, why? You know what it is? It's the voice in your head telling you that it's not going to be that bad. That's what messes people up. Because you watch so many of those videos like, doesn't anyone learn from their mistakes? It's like watching a bunch of people fall off a cliff. It clearly says the bridge is out, but they just keep going. They just keep falling off this cliff. I'm like, wow. It's what it is. It's the process in your head that tells you it's not going to be that bad, and you can take it. But then you find out When things go horribly wrong that you can't, and you see the look in their face. Because they so believe that that milk or water is going to take away the pain, and it's just not going to do it. You can see the failure pop up in their eyes like, oh my goodness, I really messed up. I think that's the most fun I had watching videos with that ghost pepper challenge. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Nothing's going to kill you, right? You can die from that. Your heart can, you can have a stroke or a heart attack. They had that one guy, he was on vacation. He tried to do that challenge. That joker ended up in a hospital. He was out. He was in the hospital. He had tubes and everything all up in him. He was in the pool sweating beads. Well, anytime you're in the pool and you're sweating beads, that's not a good sign. That means you're in the danger zone of having a heart attack in the process, and that's what happened. Ended up in the hospital. But some of those challenges are stupid. You have to think at the end of the day that people are just idiots. Alright, putting rubbing alcohol on yourself and setting yourself on fire. How dumb are you? I mean, really, how dumb are you? You want to do it right? Douse yourself in kerosene. Run through a burning forest fire. You'll get it done. That's it. Done with everything. And that one guy, the college kid, that's a teenager, and his mom was right there watching her do it. She thought it was funny. You know what happens when fire hits your face? It sucks out oxygen. You can't breathe at all, period. And that's what happened. He turned himself into a human torch. Like freaking, well, worse than freaking, the guy, I forgot his name, the guy with the drives an ice cream truck. Worse than him, because the flames are on top of his head. Sweet Tooth. He literally put this stuff all around his freaking chest and lit himself on fire, and it went up around his face and sucked all the oxygen out of him. Almost killed him. And he's sitting there screaming and yelling, like, I'm on fire, I'm on fire. Shower's right next to him. His mom had to push him into the shower, turn the water on. Stupid. I would not hire you. You can get a job for me. You're accident prone. You'll do something stupid, get me sued. You get sued. Yeah, no. Not the sharpest tail. I'm tacking the box. There's a bunch of them. Cinnamon challenge. Again, stupid. Do you have any idea what cinnamon does when you put it in your mouth? It doesn't exactly break down the saliva right away. It doesn't. It stays into a hard, powdered form that can potentially go down your throat and choke you and suffocate you from the inside out. Nope. There are people dumb enough to do that one too. Even influencers do it. Idiots. Dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. What was the dumb one they did? And here's one. Somebody died from this one. People who died from it. The one they put pressure on your chest to get you to pass out. Or they choke you enough to get you to pass out. You know what that does, right? It cuts off oxygen from your brain. And those little brain cells you got going on in your head, the one that causes you to do all these little functions like this, anything happens. That's what happens in a stroke. So when you have a stroke, blood gets cut off in your brain. And that means any one of those cells, all the little cells inside your head, one of them could die. And if one of those cells die, that could be a major function that causes you to do this. Or to make your eyes open and close, or anything that can stop, make your legs work, anything. And they had a chokeout game where people were choking each other out. Stupid. Running up with friends, putting them in chokeholds. Run up behind me and put me in the chokehold. You're going to play a game called the hospital game. Long-term hospital game. Because I'm going to jack you up. That's stupid, grabbing people like that and choking them. I'm going to toss you right over my back and throw you into a car. You're the wrong person at the end of the day. I studied a little judo. I know enough to toss you and where to throw you. Dumb stuff. The dumbest stuff I've ever seen in my life. And we can't get anymore. The hot sauce was funny, because that's funny at the end of the day. That's just funny, but some of that stuff wasn't funny. The other stuff they were doing. But the hot sauce was funny. The barbecue sauce challenge, the hot sauce, and they had them start up there getting cooked. Oh man, that was hilarious. But that's what it comes down to when it comes to the hot food. Your brain tells you, you think at the end of the day How bad can it be? It can't be that bad. Oh, it's going to be bad. It's going to be the worst thing you've ever had in your life. I've done it already. I went to a place called Cluck You. Literally, that's the name of it. Look it up. It's called Cluck You. Got one over in California. And my sister went to it first. Came back and told me it was freaking jacked up. She eats a lot of hot food. Her husband's Jamaican. He eats a lot of freaking hot food. All that Orleans and gumbo and all that crazy, hot foods and stuff. And I'm like, she said, I thought I can handle it. It messed me up. I'm thinking, it can't be that bad. There you go. That's the first step of getting jacked up. We get down there, and we go to this place, and they make you sign a waiver saying they're not responsibility. If anything happens, if you die in this building, it's your fault. And I'm thinking, oh, now it's got to be good because there's a waiver involved in this. So we sign our life away on this waiver. So the chicken's named by deaths. There's one called Dead on Arrival, and it's a whole bunch of them. Of course, I got the hottest one because I'm the one that's going to be. I want to challenge it the most. So 4 of us are in there eating this food. And we noticed something we should have noticed when we first walked in. Veterans that were in there that have been there before many, many times. Their table was filled with bread and ice cream and freaking milk. No, we go in there with Pepsi. Because, we can handle this. Because in the back of the day, how worse can it be? I love that. That literally should be they should do a movie called How Worse Can It Be, if they haven't done one already. So anyway, yeah. Eating this stuff had a late effect, which is worse. Because at least if you get hit with it right away, then you know to back down. But no, not when you consume like 4 of these suckers already, and the effect comes in late. And when it comes in heavy. It kicks like a mule. And man, yeah. Basically opened up my sinuses. I was running at the nose, running at the mouth, all kinds of slobber, all kinds of stuff, man. It really messes you up. Migraines, headache, diarrhea, all kinds of stuff, man. And one of my brother-in-laws ended up in the hospital. Yep. And it's the aftermath. I think it's the worst. The diarrhea is the worst. It's the worst. It's hot and it burns like I wouldn't believe it. But yeah, sorry to be too graphic about it, but you will get diarrhea. If you get diarrhea, you're throwing up. I rather take the diarrhea than throwing up. Throwing up hurts. It burns when it comes up. It's like you ever had acid reflux disease, where basically you bring up acid through your nose and your whole nose and lungs are burnt. It feels like that when you're bringing it up. Good gracious. But check it out. It's a place called Cluck You. It's the perfect name for it. It's the hottest chicken. Got some freaking ghost peppers and everything in there. Been down there, done it already? I'm done. But I did enjoy watching people eat it raw. Eat them ghost peppers raw. It was freaking hilarious. Because come on, you watch somebody do it and get jacked up, and you're like, I think I can do this. You just watching somebody literally have a fit like the Exorcist. They're like they're possessed. They're up there screaming and yelling and spitting and cacking at the mouth, crawling all over the floor, drinking water, spitting it back out, drinking milk, spitting it back out. You watch them go through the whole trauma, like the body just trying to find comfort, but it can't find it. It can't find any comfort, and it's eating everything, man. And nothing's working, man. They're trashing their house, just trying to get rid of it. Maybe if I jump in the water, this will cool it down. It ain't gonna work because what's going on inside of you is inside your body. All kinds of stuff outside, drinking out of water hoses, dog dish, toilet bowls, all kinds of stuff. And you watch all that madness go down, and you go, I think I can do this. No, you can't do that. Very few people have that ability to eat one of those and not have that problem. Now, there are people who suffered through something in COVID where they lost their taste buds. They can't taste anything. And they can eat it because they don't taste it. But I saw something one time. Let me have some drink real quick. That they had this Indian woman. She was on, I forget what it was. It's a famous newscast. It was an Indian woman, and it was this other guy. Real preppy guy at the end of the day. How he eats food and how he's been to different exotic places and all kinds of special foods and stuff. She was Indian. Indians, they eat that curry. That spicy curry is no freaking joke. That sucker will have you on the floor crying for your mama. That stuff is spicy, but they eat this stuff all the time. They're conditioned for it. People who live in countries where they have super hot foods they are conditioned for it. You're not. Apparently he found out the hard way. Because when they bought out them peppers, she was eating them back to back like I'm eating these freaking Micanites over here. And he took one bite into that pepper and his whole entire life changed right before his eyes. He was getting upset, he was getting angry, he was getting mad, he didn't want to talk to anybody, and then he just stormed off the stage and he got lit up. Well, talked to him and said, why aren't you in pain? I've been doing it since day one. I mean, it's like a baby. I'm conditioned for it. There you go. Yeah, that's interesting. I would like to go to one place I want to go. My lungs are good now. I want to go now. I wasn't thinking about it first. There's a place, I think it's in Russia, where it's so cold that you have to wear these special masks on your face to be able to breathe in that cold. If not, you take it off, your lungs will freeze up. It's supposed to be the coldest place in the world. I want to go see it. It's on my bucket list. Couldn't say that first when my lungs were too weak, but I can see it now. Here we go. And so a lot of meat up there. If you're a vegetarian, it's not the place for you. Can't grow anything up here for the cold. Alright. Well, it's time for summer rain is out, and that's for the samples. I'm remembering for the summer anyway. Yes. Here's something. No. No, is it done yet? No. I got a fan unit that's gonna go back here. It's a little 35 millimeter fan. Millimeter fan. It's gonna fit right back there. And it's gonna be hooked up to this bridge system. It's gonna hold it in place. It runs off a USB. So behind the back of the generator, you have a USB system back there. We can plug up 5 USBs, including this power cable right here, which we're going to run that inside and out there to connect to the base, so that it's being charged. And the sub's going to look like it's actually floating, because we're going to put a clear invisible peg here and attach that, glue that to the bottom of that base, so it looks like it's actually floating. Or actually not floating, but you know what I'm talking about. It's submerged in the water. It's charging. We're going to turn that whole entire area into a power station for the sub. Now once we paint it all black, we're going to take a long trace LED light, come from here, and run it back down here. Like it's actually charging from here to here to here to here. Certain stations are being charged by that nuclear reactor on that side. Now we got to do a nice rust, moldy, kind of decay look to it. Like it's been, these things have been under the deep under the ocean. And we're going to put a lot of heavy, high seaweed and stuff like that, so you can see part of the ship, and some of it you can see, some of it you can't see. I'm going to give a nice kind of a cloak design to it. And that's going to be done in the vegetable. It'll all run, everything. Everything we build, you can't do it easy. There's no fun in doing it easy. As for the refrigeration unit over here, this is coming off quite nicely. I like the light system we have in there. It looks really nice, but I'm still going to finish it up. A couple of lights I want to put in there, give it a nice refrigerator kind of look to it. There's 2 glass doors, so actually plastic doors I'm going to put here and here. They're going to have hinges, so they open up and close. Nice frost look to them. And then the bottom piece, we're going to actually put another kind of panel from there to the back, all the way frosted up real nicely. And there's 2 fans that go in the bottom of this. They're 2 40 millimeter fans that glow. I'm going to cover it up and put the image Sub-Zero on it, the badge on it for Sub-Zero, for the refrigerator. Like I said, side on this side, we got enough room to put a liquid cooling system right there. 140 millimeter, that's going to drop here. It's going to plug right there into our fan, because we're going to basically liquid cool the video card, but not this one. This video card is too small to do liquid cooling. We're going to do a, I've got 2 video cards I'm actually picking up. This one over is going to be swapped over here, because we don't need a big video card for that. It's just a showpiece. This one over here I do use for my projector mapping, so that'll have a 1660. And that one over there will have a 1650 on that side over there. Now, I was going to build my main gaming PC and this big, massive case and put something. No, I decided to actually go minimize on it. I saw this beautiful case. I love it. It's portable. I can carry it anywhere I want. So we're going to build our gaming system in this little tiny case. Micro ITX board. So a really tiny board. So we're going to basically hook everything up in there. And I can take this case anywhere I want. I'm going to have a nice light LED system all through it. So basically, if I play music out of it, sound will basically vibrate, and you know, the lights will flash and all that cool stuff. And I put the remote control on and off unit on it. So I can turn it off like do do do, turn it back on and on. How do I do hook up for this one? On this one that I'm putting for the Ocean Deep 6, the power button on this is insane. It's wireless. It looks like a nuclear detonation button. I can't wait. We got to age it up a little bit, put the nuclear symbol on it and everything. But that thing's completely wireless. I finally figured out how to install that thing in because they didn't show you much in the video. They showed the person putting it together and then hitting the button. I'm like, nah, it's got to be more than that. Found out it is. Are these nuclear symbol, oh, what the heck? Really? Oh, we've got some ideas with this. We can use these. Oh. Wait, what else are we running fans in here? Huh. Alright, yeah, we definitely work that. So this right here, this is just holding it. But this is actually the power system. So the power system is going to have two rods, two high power going into our green rods that run through here. That's going to be for the reactor. Then we got to run cables and wires and stuff like it's all plugged with some kind of massive system and run it from there and you know, all that goes. I've built one of these before. And it's called Nuke Boy. I built a game. I built a PC. That's the cool PC. Same thing we're building there. It's the same thing we're building, but this one we're doing different. I put a submarine in the last one. The other one had a Big Daddy in it. Okay, and then we got to run for the let's see, for the liquid cooling system. We're going to be doing the mod fan system on it. Dual fans, sandwich that a radiator system, and then beef it up with the fan speed controllers. It would basically beef up the RPMs. That's very important. Keep the system nice and frosty. Flash this off there. I have that already installed. I have not installed this on the machine. Oh man, I am too tired for this. Denied access. You don't have access. We don't need it to begin with. What are you talking about? All right. We need to do an update on this machine altogether. Let me see. Let me see for a minute. We're on this machine, right? Yeah. And we couldn't run Flash. Who would me to run this? Yeah. You need Flash to run any form of video. You need Java to run any kind of video. I'm getting this case. This is the case I'm going to put the i7 in. So if he did liquid cool his, screws in there. Yeah, I want to do any liquid cool it. That's for the M2s. Got the nice heat shields in there. Woo! Heat shields in there. The power supply. No. Is that power supply? No, it's this fan. The CPU fan. A little piece. Stick it on there. Boom. I did with those two. RAM. Power supply? Yep. See, that's what I want to get in there. Because again, all them wires in there, pain in the neck. So basically, just use only what you need. That's why I like those particular power supplies. Alright, clickety click. This could be MSR, I swear. This is so relaxing to watch. Look at that video card. Ooh, yeah. My game. Run, kitty. Can't harm with this air. And we're gonna blast our glass. Look how small it is. It's the size of the cat. Look how small the thing is. It's tiny, ain't it? I can't wait. So my case is going to be that small for my new gaming system. That's it. I can carry that where I want to take it to. Oh, look at that fat kitty. He's so chunky. Extra chunky. He's chunky. Look at you, so chunky. Look at that case. That case is sick. This is what they should have put your PS5 in. It's perfect. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's perfect. Plenty of air room. Man, they should have put your case in that. But we'll see. We'll see. When November hits and they launch the system, we'll see. Remember, the PlayStation 30th edition was pre-ordered. Nobody got one of those yet. They're all pre-ordered. So we'll see. Can you imagine the pre-order, the 30th edition had a red ring, not red ring, but a bricked? And I love when people say, well, they test them. Yeah, they test them all right. If they tested them, well, some people, I said some people do know, but some people are just glutton to repeat the past all over again. They tested the PS5s, didn't they? How many bricked? Yeah, a lot of them bricked, didn't they? A whole lot of them bricked. Same thing when I talk to the Xbox fanboys. How many times your system bricked? What's about that Xbox 360 nightmare fiasco that went on? That I've never seen so many systems red ring in my life. Let me tell you something. The 360 red rings so much that you could literally do a gut swap on your system. Now, if you don't know what a gut swap is, that's basically if your system got banned, you received a ban, or if basically your system burnt out, that these systems have such a high return rate on them that people would go and buy a system at Walmart for like $400. And they go home and get a heat gun and they remove all the stickers off and they would swap out the parts, which is called a gut swap. And they would take back the system inside of the new case with the old motherboard in it, keep the controller, probably convert the controller to a high-speed boost controller, make it turbo, add some pretty colors on it, whatever, get maybe $130, $140 off eBay for it. And they would go back to Walmart and say, look, it red ring. Walmart wouldn't even open it up at all. They got so many of them, they just stopped opening them up. And when people realized they were opening them up, they were gut swapping systems left and right. Because again, they charge you to fix your system. They come like, yeah, I give you a whole new motherboard and everything. Give you the money, they go out there, they take it out, and yeah, they gut swap the whole thing, put everything back together again, because they know how to do it. I had a system gut swap one time. I didn't know where we got the parts from, but I figured out later on where you did. I was like, oh shoot, man, that's kind of like stealing. This is not really technically because they stole from you, because they should have did a better job, basically doing the fixing the 360. And it's still wrong when you think about it. It is, but the job they did on the 360 was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Good system, don't get me wrong. A beautiful system, amazing online play, insane online play for the 360, or even any Xbox unit. I don't know about the Xbox unit now, but the Xbox One and the 360, where their online play would put the PlayStation to shame on some of the levels. Is not even funny. It was always popping over there. We had PlayStation owners over there playing on Xbox systems because it was popping. So, truthfully, if you want to say that y'all the beasts in online play, no. That the Xbox has that power at the end of the day. But keep in mind that 360 was a fiasco. So many of them suckers burnt out that they wouldn't even check them anymore. They just mark them off with a red. and they send them back to freaking Microsoft, and I guess they get their money back or whatever, how they had it. Now, speaking of that fiasco, let's step into the future. PlayStation's nightmare is scalpers. And it seems that the scalpers are more attracted to the PlayStation than they are to the Xbox. Because I don't hear a lot about scalpers hitting Microsoft. I hear a lot about them hitting the PlayStation system. I think the PlayStation like there's no tomorrow. If you look at, compare how many scalpers took Xboxes toward the PlayStation 5. You can literally go into a store and get an Xbox, but you couldn't get a PlayStation 5. So particularly, they like your system. So, that being said, goodbye on that one. And again, the scalpers coming in and doing this, and throwing these systems up there, charging people a lot of money for them. Mind you, the new systems. Everybody knows all the first systems have bugs. It's rare that one doesn't have one, but they usually have bugs behind them, multiple bugs. So you can spend all this money for a system and turn around and find out it's got bugs in it. Now, you can say I can return it. That's true. But what if there's such a high return rate, you become one of those people that's waiting in line with a ticket in your hand, waiting for your system to get fixed while everybody else is gaming on wherever else. You can end up in that scenario. And that's happened. They ran out of parts at one point. Remember, that crap happened in the middle of COVID. So getting parts wasn't that easy at that particular time. And then once people notice that the scalpers are making this much money, then you're going to bring on the scammers. The scammers are the ones that are riding around saying they got the system when they really don't have the system. Because the scalpers come in and take in all the systems, they make the system extremely rare to get. Which means anybody can go in and print up the boxes, throw a bunch of phone books in there, walk around in advance and say, hey, I got a bunch of them. I got a friend of mine that works over at Walmart. He works in the back of inventory. He got me a whole stack of them. Start spreading that lie ahead of time. And get everybody set up. And then drive around the van with the system in the box. So look, don't open it up here because I don't know if I'm being watched or whatever, but I need you to take it home, okay, so and so and so. If you can't open it up right there and it refuses that you open up, there's a problem right there from the door. Well, you shouldn't be buying from that truck either way. That gives them opportunity. And it just opens up more doors for the worst of the worst to come through. Because once they find out the system's going to be hard to get, that's an opportunity for a person to do that to you at the end of the day. And then you got people posting pre-orders. How do you know how many of them got pre-orders? How do you know you just got a picture that was copied off of Google? Claiming that they had it. How do you know if the pre-order was actually duplicated? Or somebody else's that was duplicated off their account? You don't know that. So, I'll say that not everybody's going to get the system. Some people are going to get duped. And the people that do get the system, you run the big risk because it's a first edition copy that it may have bugs in it. Your system could burn out. There are plenty of people who pre-ordered the PS5 when it came out. How many people got bricked? A lot of them got bricked. So this is going to be interesting. And then the scalpers, they're not going to let go of you. You can forget that. They're in to stay. They just proved it already by snatching the anniversary editions from the door. They already proved it. Any hot commodity that comes up on that system is going to sell out. I know, basically, they get mad at me. Everybody's getting mad at me for it. Don't shoot the messenger. They're mad at me. You get a petition together and go contact Sony at the end of the day. That's what you should be doing. You can't be sitting around there dwindling your fingers, because guess what? They're going to take everything you have. Then what are you going to have next? You can't get a system. You didn't remember what happened in PS5 system? How hard it was to get a system? People were running from area to area to area trying to get a system. You're looking at the future of what is your system has come down to. It's a hot commodity, and scalpers want it. And they will go out of their way to get your system, no matter what. PlayStation already put some security protocol that you have to sign into an account, they got every single one of them. What good did that do at the end of the day? There you go. And not only did they take that, they took the consoles, they took the controllers, they took the disk drives. That's why they're 119 right now. Now November the 7th, that's just the pre-order, Mike. It's just the pre-order. November the 7th, when they launch, they're going to make more. Not the 30th anniversary, but they're going to make more than they usually make because of the demand. But they already know about the scalpers. That's why they set it up so you can sign in only, because they know about these scalpers. But they don't care because they're going to make their money. Scalpers pay. They just hoard everything so you don't get it. So when November comes up, around getting close to that Christmas season, and Black Friday pops up, it's going to be an extremely hot commodity. They're going to grab every single one of them. They're going to sell them on eBay. And if you want more, you're going to go on eBay and spend a lot of money. Look, it's already been stated already that I heard some statements going out that they're telling you that if you want one, I don't know, the person can tell you, hey, I can get you one, but you got to pay me 10 grand. $10,000 to get a console system. I can build a PC for 2 grand that would eat your system alive. All your systems. I mean, literally, I can. That freaking PS5 Pro, PS5, your PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1. I could beat every last one with 2 grand. Are you kidding me? What kind of system I can build? Oh my goodness! The one I was going to build with the dual i7s was only going to cost me $1,500. And you're going to spend $10,000? We're not talking about 30th anniversary. We're talking about regular PS5 Pro. 10 grand. If they're willing to ask that price at the end of the day, you know someone's going to be willing to pay it. And if someone's going to be willing to pay it, then that means you're going to keep ripping your system off. Wait till the PS6 launches. You won't even see that thing coming. No, they won't take it. They're not going to be sitting up there 2 years without telling me, hey, remember that guy I told you about this 2 years ago was going to happen? I told you so. I might be retired sitting on a farm somewhere. I'll log in to have a conversation with you about that. Hey, guess what? Remember 2 years ago we had this conversation? I told you so. They're going to grab every one of your systems. Every one. You know how you stop it? Get mad at me. I can't help you at the end of the day. I don't run Sony. I don't have nothing to do with them. You got to get a petition going. And let them know, hey, look, don't pick these things online anymore. Make it so they can go in the store and pick them up with ID. That's what you should be doing. You want to expand the future of your console system, that's what you better do, because you don't have one right now. And they just showed you don't have one. They knew that system was coming out, they knew it was going to be a hot commodity, and they took them all. It's all over YouTube. They took them all. Now, some people are saying, but they can't do pieces like that. You have any different parts on a PC? There's tons of parts, thousands and thousands of parts on PC. There's thousands of parts on the video card alone. Yeah. They can build that thing so many different ways. They think 6 ways from sun can build that thing. But no, that's not going to happen. Too many parts. And they go out and they get all the 5090s, big deal. They got basically the 4090s, or the 3090s, and the 2090s. Don't make a difference. We have parts. And those parts have parts. And those parts have parts. And those parts have parts. There's like 10, 20 different versions of different makes and models from AMD to Intel when it comes to the 4090s or the 5090s. So many versions of these things. So no, it's a waste of time. And why they hit the console system, because there's only, when that system launches, there's not multiple versions of it. It's one of that kind only, and they can take it. When they get tired of it, they'll release it, and they'll go for the next one. And they'll suck it dry. And they'll get tired of that one, and they'll release it, and they'll go to the next one. That's what they've been doing to your systems. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the one thing the Xbox boys have on you, the fanboys have on you at the end of the day, they don't go through that way that much. If they do hit their system, I really haven't seen them. People talk about complaining, because I'll tell you something. I got a video I shot right around the time when the PS5 was hard to get. And I was in a Walmart, and there was plenty of Xboxes there. Tons of them. No PS5s. Not one to be found. I'm find that video. Tell me find that video. Me and my buddy were in there. And we found, this is when you couldn't find a PS5 for Jack. And there were plenty of Xboxes in there. Plenty of them. No PS5, not one. Well, in fact, Xbox members got mad at me. They were like, nobody wants your system. Nobody wants it. They got mad at me because, no, look, how can you get mad at me? And they're talking about, nobody wants your system. There's so many of them. They got mad at me about it. Y'all want to do PC? But technically you have a PC. The sad thing about it is, you don't have a PC. But you have a PC, but you don't have a PC. But you do have a PC. You got PC parts. You don't got PC freedom. Man, that's nice. All on one price. So cool. And it's bigger than Chunky Monkey. Chunky Monkey. Got that wireless keyboard and mouse in there. Get me one. You got no lights? Excuse me, you gotta light it up. It's nice, but you gotta light it up. You got no fan on it? Oh, because you got the big fan there. I think I'm gonna put a Bluetooth speaker in mine. I want a Bluetooth speaker hookup in my sucker. And with that turn down for what? Come up with the lights and the whole case is gonna light up. I'm like, I'm gonna have lights on the inside and outside of the case. I'm gonna have my speaker system put into it. I can basically have the sound go off inside and outside like a party box, and I can play music turned down for what? I can Bluetooth my phone to it. I can wire a Bluetooth speaker in there. And JB on there too. That'd be hot. People can game. Oh man, that'd be sick. Cause I'm turning the glass into a screen. Put an AdTech on it, but I'm putting a black AdTech on it. You can still see inside the case, but it has a smoke glass kind of design to it. That's what I'm gonna put on it. So I can play my music off of it, and I can basically have it remote control the whole 9 yards. I got people get mad at me when I talk about modifying how to set up my case and all. What are you mad at me for? Go buy a PC. Get a PC. They're not hard to put together. They're really not that hard. How many people get so complicated? Why? It's not that hard. It's so easy. You'd be surprised how easy it is. Freaking, come on, man. Get over this. You open up the PlayStation already to change out the freaking hard drive. You got to change your hard drive on your PlayStation, right? You got to put the M2s in. It's simple. All right, then. The same thing with a PC. You snap it all together, that's it. You're done. You just built the game system. That's more powerful than your console system. You don't have to worry about scalpers. You don't have to worry about online subscriptions. None of that. You don't even pay for DLCs on that thing. You know what I mean? I got DLCs at 16 waiting for me on my game for free. free skins, all that stuff. We don't pay for any of that stuff. You heard the developer was talking about that game coming out. We're not paying for those skins. We're not paying for no maps. None of that. Once we pay the game, that's it. Well, that's the equivalent of watching a gamer being chained up in the backyard and looking at a beautiful green pasture. You want to run through it, don't you? Of course you do. But you can't. They give you just a long enough chain to be able to get close enough to that beautiful green pasture, but never really run through it. You're staring at it. You have the ability to get yourself out of that situation, but you choose not to. You stay chained up. Now, some of you have broke the chain. Some of you have gotten tired and broke that chain. You're out there running around in that field of freedom. And the rest of you is still there, chained up. I'm explaining to you from the door. And yes, it's not going to upset you, some of y'all, you get mad about that. But your console is on the brink of dying. Scalpers want to destroy it. If the big companies don't stop them, if they don't make it really, really hard for them to get them, take them offline, these machines offline, you're going to be victimized to the scalper. You're going to be victimized to the scalper, and you're going to be victimized to the scammer. So many people got scammed on that PS5, it wasn't even funny. People getting phone books, all kinds of bricks, all kinds of stuff in their boxes. And then when the system finally got out, you get your hands on it, it had a crappy library. What's the point of designing games for a system that you can't get? The developers were late to develop games for it. Should have a bigger library than that. The library in that system is small. Xbox won't have to worry about that. They don't have too much of a scalper issue. And if Apple comes out with this system and it does well, you got problems on your hands. But I'm going to tell you something right now. Apple's going to have a problem too. Scalpers going to hit that thing. It's an Apple gaming system. You think they're not going to hit that thing? They're going to definitely hit it. You're probably watching it already. I would. It's a hot commodity. You're talking about an Apple gaming system. They really do a good job on this system. They make this thing, they get real serious titles. Right? Yeah, they're going to hit that. They're definitely going to hit it. I would. I definitely would. Apple? Are you kidding me? Yeah, heck yeah. I'd be stupid not to. If I had that capability to be able to snatch that system like that, yeah, I would. Heck yeah. Because Apple users will pay for it. Heck, people pay for them. Apple users pay for phones, brand new phones every year. Every time a phone comes out. Excuse me. They're online. I know. Excuse me. I got friends that are Apple users, and they're fanatics like that too. Everything in the house is Apple. Apple this, Apple. Every new phone that come out, they got it. They would sit there and wait in line in their frame, their sleep, or whatever, just to get a phone that got a bigger screen that Android had like 7 years back. But they'll get it because it's on their phone. I know I have plenty of Apple user friends. They bring out a console. Look at the Apple glasses. Look at how many of them went out and bought them glasses. And glasses ain't got no video games. Are you ever seen the video games on Apple? It's a Wii U game. It's just like the Wii U. They got games like kick the ball, hit the paddle, change the colors with your hands. Yeah, I really want to play $3,500. I can get on there and multitask through a screen at the end of the day. It has nothing else of value to me at the end of the day for me to go spend $35. We can watch movies off of it. Who cares? Okay, I want to do some VR off of it. Let's do some realistic VR. Right? Meanwhile, you can get the Index. It costs far less than that. And that thing has tracking capability for your arms and legs and everything. You can move things around and go into VR chat and jump all over the place. They're more realistic. They're made for that disc they put in the middle of it that you run on. You're playing Call of Duty or any game you're playing, it allows you to be able to run in one place. Yeah, it's made for that thing at the end of the day. It's not made for the Apple at the end of the day. That's the first time when somebody say, oh, Apple's coming VR. For what point would I need it for? Is there any games on it? That's my main concern, because they're not, basically, Apple does not screen games. or heavy titles. So that system comes out and it gets some heavy titles on it. Go on. I don't care what you put in the protocol. They're going to figure a way around. They're going to figure a way to get it. If it's online, you're going to get it. How are you going to take the system if you have to go in the store to pick it up? Can't walk into the store and get 20, 30, 50, 60, 100 of them. No, they're not going to allow you to do it. So, problem solved. Problem solved. Problem solved. You're still going to have to deal with the person running around with the truck, basically with the brick in the boxes and whatever in there. You're going to put in there. So you don't have to worry about that one. He's always going to do that. But anyway, yeah. I feel like the PS5 Pro, the PS5, and come on, I'm not trying to rant, but oh, you think your PC masturbates? Yeah. First things first, I never said anything about PC masturbation. I play console too. I got console over there modding that myself. I'm playing console games before you were probably around. Second, PC's better. It's a more powerful system. You forgot. The console system's forgot. I'm going to tell you what you forgot. You forgot you were console. That's what you did. So busy trying to become like PC to have powerful parts, you forgot what you are. You are console. You forgot your place. Even the original console gamers don't consider you to be console. They consider you to be PC. We don't consider you to be PC. We consider you to be somewhere between some watered down machine at the end of the day. That's what we consider you to be. You, on the other hand, don't know what you are. You don't even have an identity anymore because you separated from the very thing that what made you console. So what are you? Or we're console. How are you console? You got PC parts in you. Well, we're PC. Not really, you're not. You don't have enough power to be PC. What are you? Like a hybrid of whatever. So you're not console at the end of the day. The purpose of console, what these particular generations forgot, is console is cheaper, more affordable than PC. That was your arguing point. Well, at least we don't cost as much as a PC at the end of the day. I mean, you might not have the most high-powered graphics as a PC, but your graphics were still good. They were still good, still acceptable. But at the end of the day, you were cheaper, more affordable. You weren't expensive at the end of the day. And on top of that, consider the fact that you weren't doing all those updates on the Genesis system. The updates you do on a freaking PS5 system is freaking, even a PS4 is equivalent to a PC updates. If you don't do the updates, your system doesn't run correctly. You have to download firmware from patches from the Pixar. Yeah. So now you're $700 units now. As much as you can pay for a PC. And the new systems to come out, they're going to be roughly almost $900 to $1,000. So no longer is the console affordable. No longer is the console basically feels like a more family machine. Because I remember family machine for me was a console with 4 ports. You know, so all your family can get together and beat the crap out of each other. Yeah. So yeah, and you got around to the Neo Geo, I think it was 4 ports. I know the Panasonic CDI was 2 ports, and you had to buy an adapter for 4 ports. The NES was 2 ports. Genesis was 2 ports. And 64 was 4 ports. That's when 4 ports started to disappear off machines. Because when you get the ColecoVision, all of them, they were all 4 ports. But that was the whole purpose of console. Affordable. Less expensive than a PC. They're just expensive as PCs now. You would have never heard of a console back then being $700, $800 machines. Well, you went at that particular time, It was $1,000 with a Neo Geo. The reason why the Neo Geo was so expensive because the arcades were the big spots of gaming. That's where all the gamers went, arcades. And everybody went the same arcade game at home. Everybody had Pac-Man tabletop games and all kinds of stuff you have, but everybody went the same port that the arcade had. And the Neo Geo could give you that. The Neo Geo can give you the same port you would see at the arcade right at home. That's why there was so much money. Now we don't have arcades anymore. Not too much like they used to be back in the day. So now what do you base the gaming system off? You base it off PC games. That's what you base it off. Because the first console systems were based off arcade games. When you think about it. Everybody wanted those same arcade games you would play and slap all those corners in, you wanted them at home. You wanted to be that same game at home, had that arcade feeling. And that's what the console systems were trying to achieve. But you can't achieve it when you don't have that kind of power at the end of the day. So the systems that really had that arcade feeling at the end of the day was the TurboGrafx 16, because they were higher bit systems. You had the Atari Jaguar system, the CDI, Panasonic 3DO, and the Neo Geo, which actually had the actual port because the Neo Geo had an actual arcade board in the system. That's what I was mimicking after the arcade feeling. Yep. Now you got these systems, because arcades don't really exist all that much. It carries what they mimic under. They mimic under PC. You know why? Because you can go on the internet. You can go to Facebook and Twitter. You do something the same thing. You got Netflix and you got your Hulu account on there. Go on YouTube. You got VR systems attached to them now. Yeah. You're just like PC. But you're trying to maintain console too at the same time. Like you have an identity crisis. And we're PC, we're console. We're PC, we're console. You got PC parts. You can surf the internet. You got a web browser. You can use a keyboard and mouse. But yet, you got to pay for online subscription, and you're inside of a console box. So you're still console, technically. And you can't touch parts in there that we don't allow you to touch. So technically, you're still console, but yet you're PC. You got identity crisis going on there. You got Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde going off in there. Who is home, and why is Sarah at the switch? Now, my system got a built-in web browser in it. Do I ever use it? No. I got PC over here. One of the things I did love about the I bought my PlayStation. I ain't buy it for the console. I bought it strictly for VR. That's what I bought it for. I had a VR system with it, so I went and bought the VR system because that's what I wanted. I never bought it for any games. I bought it strictly for VR only. And then later on, and they're browsing around. I never really looked in the store at all. I just put my VRs on the display. I never actually looked around on the dashboard. So one day I got looking around the dashboard and they had a store in there. I popped in the store. I saw all these games. Like, wow, man, all these games are in here. I don't even have. And these were good games too, because usually some of the games they put in were trash. But they were all good games. The same games I can go to GameStop and get. I can get them right here, man. Just like PC, because I had a computer upstairs. I downloaded my games app. I started downloading games and stuff. I started playing games, and I've never used the disk drive. I only used the disk drive since I had there probably twice. That's it. I've downloaded everything. Everything I play, I downloaded and streamed right through my system. Now you can stream games in there. Yeah, so technically you are PC. In a way. But you're technically not, because you're still console. Because you still can't play online for free, and you still can't change out your parts if you want to. So yeah, you're kind of like in between. But that's not your worst nightmare. Your worst nightmare is the scalpers. That's your worst nightmare. Oh, I forgot. And second worst nightmare is the fact that they keep building your systems and sticking them in these little compressed cases, and with very little cooling capabilities, your system's going to be bricking left and right. I'm really thinking about getting a console system and building a case that looks like a brick. I say, hey, look, my system bricked. Yeah. That same person got mad at me like, you don't know what you're talking about? It's when the PS5. You know, my systems are not that expensive. Apparently, you haven't been around a while, have you? You haven't seen like the history of console systems? I have. You don't know they have a similar pattern? When you bring your mouth too quick, and then all of a sudden, boom, I was right. What did I say? If you want the powerful parts, you're going to have to pay more money. The PS Pro popped up, and look how much more money they want. The 30th anniversary came up, they want $1,000. Oh, by the way, gotta talk about that one. Who the freak paid $1,000 for a console system? Oh my goodness. I swear. I've never seen sheet like that before. All blue sheet with a PS logo on the side. Just one by one dropping off the side of the hill. Man, over the hill. You paid $1,000 for that system. You paid $1,000 for that system. Oh, but it's 30th. It's 30th anniversary. It's one of a kind. There are different anniversaries that they make of these machines at the end of the day. What are you going to get for it? You don't really get anything for it. Once you spend all the money for it and the hype dies down on it, what's it going to be worth? Nothing. Because it has to be here a while to become worth something. Now, if you had a 30th anniversary PlayStation 1, that's worth some money. If you had a 30th anniversary N64, that's worth some money. If you had a 30th anniversary Atari 2600, that's definitely worth some money. Those systems are old. They've been around. They've been here for a long, long time. In order for you to get the price that someone's going to pay for that system after the hype is gone, you're not going to really get much for it. You paid $1,000 for that thing? They charge you $1,000? So let me get this straight. What's different between the 30th anniversary hardware versus the hardware in the PS5? PS5 Pro. They both have the same hardware, right? Pretty sure they do. Same graphic card, GPU, CPU, all that stuff, right? So you just paid for a case. Pretty much that's what you got. You got a case that sat there and said 30th anniversary on it. That's it. Because if I find out at the end of the day that machine, they're going to pop one of those things. Someone's going to pop them open. That machine has the exact same parts as the PS5 Pro has in it. The only difference is the case. I'm done with you. That's the dumbest thing ever. I couldn't even have a friend like that. Like, you can't speak to me no more. We're done. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. So they changed the color of the case, put some 30th anniversary on it, same thing. So, you know, that being said, I mean, market research would come back and tell me, like, look, this is what happened. So they bought the system. We didn't even change any of the parts. All we had to do was put a new case on it, and we could charge more money. Let's come out with the PS5 Super Duper Pro Ultimate Max 30th Anniversary Edition. And we'll make it in a transparent case. That's it. And we'll charge them $1,800. And you guys will go buy it. What's the specifications on the PS Pro 30th Anniversary? I already typed in them. I already know the parts. I memorized the machine. Looking at the case. It's the same thing. It's the same case. It's the same thing. Has the same parts. The same parts as the Anniversary Edition. Nothing different but a case. You just spent $1,000 on a system that literally has the same thing. What? Would it come with the bundle? Came with a few things in the bundle. So it came with some kind of controller or whatever and all that. Oh yeah, that's not worth $1,000. Oh shoot. I had 20 gigabytes. I don't have 20 gigabytes anymore. It's dropped. You have 16 gigabytes now. And your system hasn't launched it. You know you can change it at will, right? Alright, 16 gigabytes of DDR6. 16 gigabytes. 2 terabytes of solid state drive. After the system gets hold of that, you'll probably be less than that. The OS gotta hit it, remember. Depends on how much the OS is gonna take. Can I put down PS5? PS5. And it brings up the PS5 Pro, which means the 30th anniversary has the exact same specifications as the PS5 Pro. With this, you're going to be getting the... Oh man, you never get nothing here. They gave you the... What? They gave you the drive with it? Oh, that's just fantastic. Should have got that from the door for free, your drive. Or I had a difference between the two systems. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I'm actually saying it. I came from an era that you got the drive for free. I couldn't imagine me buying a Dreamcast and like, oh no. This is a digital version. You have to pay for the drive. I mean, I don't even know why you're paying for the drive anyway, because that's just pointless, because at one point they're going to make all games digital download. They've been talking about that forever. They're going to be doing that. The fact that you have digital download sitting there already in your system means that more and more games are going to make it the digital download, and less are going to be going to that drive. Do you remember, what system was it that did this? The 360 had an HD hard drive disc player that played movies. It didn't play Blu-ray, it played HD movies. That's what it was. And it went out of business. They stopped making them. They made a few movies for them, and that's it. And they never sold them ever again. Because you know why? Right around that time, the Blu-ray came out and crushed it. Put an end to it. So with that being said, everything going to digital download pretty soon. What good is that thing going to do for you? They're going to stop making physical discs altogether. Everything's going to be all digital currency. They're not doing anything basically with physical discs anymore. Yeah, and basically right here. DualSense charging station, console cover. Oh, are you kidding me? 2H wireless controllers. Oh my goodness, $1,000 for a freaking console system. Oh my goodness. I swear, if I find one of my friends with it, I'm gonna laugh at them. $1,000. My box is gonna cost me $1,100, and that thing will eat that thing alive. You got what? My i7 that I have in there, I have a 147 something in there. It's actually the highest processor you can get for an i7. It'll eat your system with no problem. My graphic card is more powerful than your graphic card. It's a 4060, but I'm looking at now the 47 about picking that up. Easy, take your system out. My RAM capability is 64. You have 16, I have 64. And then hard drive capability, I got an M2 I'm putting in and a solid state drive at 4 terabytes and an additional 10 terabytes for the backup for fun. And power supply is about 1,000 watts. All into that little tiny cube system you just saw. That's going to be carrying my system around. And because I have customization capabilities, I'm definitely going to be putting a party light display, so I can basically party it up in there, and basically I'm going to be adding in a Bluetooth speaker system in there, so I can basically play my speakers outside my case, because I can cut my case and install speakers where I can basically turn it into a boom box if I choose to and carry it around. That's really what I'm going to do with that thing. I even have the option to change how I want to turn it on, but I'm going to use the remote control unit, go doo doo, turn it on. Man, are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna have a great time popping in the cross-platform games and having conversations. Like, you paid how much for that thing? So let me get this straight. You really got no bragging rights there. You got bragging rights for those. It's kind of got three sets of bragging rights for a trophy you do. Those who have 30th edition anniversaries. The fact that you're playing that thing, I don't know why you would do that. Put that thing in a box. If you're able to get one, if you're able to get one, stick it in a box and never open it, ever. Because the minute you open and play with it, the value of it shoots down the drain. It definitely ain't worth nothing. So put it in a box and never ever touch it. I'm not spending $1,000 for a system you can't touch. Oh, good gracious. Yeah, stick it in a box and don't touch it. Because the minute you open it up, the value is gone. It's like having action figures. When you pop that seal, gone. Gone, just like that. Anyway. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. If you got that, oh, that's messed up. There's so many jacked up scenarios to this. So you got one of those things. Say if you got one, you're able to get one of them. You can't open that up. That's a limited edition. You can't even open none of the controls. You can't open nothing. You can't play that. That has to sit there for at least about a good maybe 10 years. At least 10 years. So you can't go near. They can't even open it. And good luck trying to find the other one, because you're not getting one of them, because they're going to snatch them up due to the fact that you got the Christmas holiday coming up. So they're definitely going to get those. So you're going to have a system sitting there that you can't even touch and can't even open up. You spend $1,000, and the other one you're trying to get to play it, you can't get it because the scalpers take them off. Oh, that seems pretty bright. And those who did open it up, well, guess what? You just dropped the value of your system. I got to get my mint condition in the box. I got a PlayStation 2, mint condition in a box, never ever open. I got an Xbox One too. I had to be at the right place at the right time. And I found somebody had one, brand in the box, and I bought them. Never opened, never used. Man. Wish I would have got myself a freaking NES in the box, never used. That'd have been nice right there. Or at least Atari would have been fantastic. Atari? No. Vectrex. One of them in a box? Oh my goodness, man. Maybe the Pippin machine would be another one too on top of that. Yeah. Jeez. And that's all you get. So basically, technically, all in all, it just comes with this extra stuff. That's all, pretty much. When you add it up, it's going to come to the price anyway. For what you're going to pay for a disk drive, controller, 2 controllers, charging station, VR glasses with this. Oh well. And a disk drive on it that, quite frankly, how long that's going to last for, we don't even know, because good for everything's being downloadable now. Well, the only argument rights you're going to have is, well, the reason why I got it's a digital system at that. But the argument is people are going to have in that system was the 30th anniversary. And ain't if you open it, it won't. It's not a collectible if you open it up. That's the part that has me crying and laughing all day long. Because I hear them in the room, we have these conversations with people. And like, I got the 30th anniversary. Well, guess what, Jack? You can't play it, you can't open it up, because it's a collector's edition. So stick that thing behind some plexiglass and put it on a shelf for 10 years, because you can't touch it. Meanwhile, good luck when you're scavenger hunting or trying to get yourself a PS5 Pro regular, because the scavengers are going to lock those things up because of the holiday season. And you're going to see this sucker skyrocket on eBay. Oh man, I'm glad I ain't got to do this crap anymore. I'm so happy I don't have to do it anymore. I'm finished. I'm done with it. PS4 is my last console system. I'm done. I'm done with this freaking console freaking madness at the end of the day. It has just turned into a freak fiasco of freaking nonsense. Absolute nonsense. It's bad enough that these systems are bricking and they have problems and all kinds of technical issues. But now you got to worry about somebody that can get the system far faster than you can. It doesn't make a difference how much money you got. It doesn't mean jack. They can get that system faster than you can get it. They hit the queue that fast. Oh my goodness. And I got people so naive out there thinking that, oh, well, there's a possibility I'm going to get one. You ain't getting jack.
You ain't getting jack at the end of the day. You would be extremely lucky if you could get one of those. And even if you are extremely lucky, say you were able to go to the store and get one. How many people are watching you walk out with a system that they're trying to also get themselves? You don't literally put a target on your head. You may have to run the risk of shooting somebody to get to your car because that system is such a hot commodity. Anybody getting their hands on the system is automatically guaranteed thousands of dollars for it because they're worth a lot of money. So what are the odds of you getting out of a store with one of those? Even worse, you got people that wanted them systems so badly with the PS5, there are people within the store that were stealing them. They were taking them and selling them for a higher price. You're guaranteed to get that kind of money out of that system. So, okay, oh my goodness, I'm gonna put my head down here for a minute. That's what I'm gonna do. I took my medicine already. I don't say this toward the people that know already. The people know already, you know. You know 100%. It's the people who don't want to get it in their head that this has now become your future of console. And if it keeps up this way, your system is going to cost more and more money because the scalpers are going to destroy it for you. They're going to wreck it. You better get a petition started fast because I'm telling you, it's not going to stop. Any of you think at the end of the day you're going to be naive about this whole thing, I would like to save console. I love console. I would like to see console continue on. I'm curious to see what comes out of console. I really am. I would like to see console in a much more wider case. I would love to see console with cooling systems. I would love to see console with it has better parts in it, really good parts in it, but I want to see console evolve into something nice. I've been around console ever since Pong. So I've been around console for a long, long time. I have a love relationship with console, but I do not want to see it end up like this. You have to get these petitions started. You have to talk to these companies. It's more than about the dollar sign at the end of the day. It's about their customer base. It's about their fan base. Because they're going to lose their fan base, and then what? Then what? The fan base walks away from these console systems. What's left for them? Nothing at all, period. So somebody needs to get together, get a petition started, call out to these big companies and say, hey, look, we're the ones that support your system at the end of the day. We're the ones that basically support your product. You need to hear us at the end of the day. You need to make these things so that they only can be picked up at stores. And if you don't, scalpers are going to destroy you. You already seen what they did with the PS5. You went through that nightmare, and then they repeated again with the 30th edition. They repeated it with that. And then they're making statements like by saying that, hey, look, give me 10 grand, I'll get you one. So that's what it's come down to. You work hard, a nice little job, give me some money. So you just have a system. You can go out and get one, right? But you can't. Because you can't afford $5,000. You can't afford $2,000 or $3,000. That's what it's going to cost you. Next thing, they're going to figure out how to take the games and controllers and everything else they can get their hands on. But and be subjected to that. Knock yourself out. Until console figures out a way to get this mess fixed, I'll be on PC. If they ever decide to get it together and make it so that this doesn't happen again and they can protect their fan base, then I'll come back on and I'll get a console system with no problem. I'm still gonna mod it because that's what I do. But I'll get one. So it's not worth my time. I'm gonna keep my eye on that Apple. I'm gonna tell you right now, Sega comes back out, designs a new system, it's lights out for y'all system. Sega has a massive fan base. Not only here in the United States, but in Japan too also. Sega ever thought about coming back with a console system? You will see so many people leave the PS5 system, it's not even funny. I would leave PC for a Sega system. Easy, hands down. I don't care for this console, I would leave PC for one. Yep. They ever decide to come up with a Dreamcast, a new Dreamcast, yeah, you're gonna watch people drop out the console. Like, what happened to my whole clan? Like, where the fuck did everybody go? Oh, we getting a Dreamcast, man. Dreamcast is announced. They're gonna bring out a Dreamcast system. Yeah, you would lose so many people, man. There were people dropping off the Cube. Everybody be dropping off for that. Because Sega makes an announcement that they're basically coming back, Sega America, and we're bringing back a console system. That's the end of it. Their library is freaking massive, man. Like I said, I'm hardcore PC, but I would definitely drop my freaking PC in a hot second for Sega. Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm a bigger fan of Sega. I'm a loyal fan of Sega. Sega ever decides to come back and make a new system, I'm done. You won't be seeing these machines anymore. This is my Sega system right here. We had to mod this sucker out at the end of the day. Yeah, that definitely would be on board for Sega. I wish they would have stayed in. I would have never thought in a million years that Sega would have dropped out of the race. Well, it's a good run. I had a lot of fun with Sega. That's interesting too. And when you're a Sega fanboy, you have to be forced in to buy another game so you can continue the game on console. That's what I think the fanboys with these particular systems don't understand. When you start from the beginning, from the very start of it all, and you're doing Pong and you're doing Atari, there were no fanboys then. It was just people console and gaming just to have fun. That's it. It's always about having fun. Who cares about whose system did what? It's all about having fun. So we're just all in there just gaming different systems and stuff. And more powerful machines came out, and then it became about who had a more powerful system. And the Neo Geos, TurboGrafx 16, all them started popping up, Jaguars and all them. Atari made a comeback, and he brought out the Jaguar system, which I thought was crazy but amazing too. So that was interesting seeing Atari come back. Very short-lived though. But still, just seeing them come back like, wow, Atari got a gaming system? You gotta be kidding me. It's 64 bits? What? Because all the other bits were 16 and 32. They had 64. Then you turn around and you watch Nintendo come out with this N64. Nothing like it. The boxes were beautiful. Beautiful box art. Controllers so that they're made out of candy with their little color buttons all over them. It was a whole different kind of quirky system. Took a weird cartridge that slapped on the top. It was just different. It just felt different. Everything felt different about it. When you go to the game store, you see all the pretty boxes up there, different console systems, the rows and rows of games, physical copy games. It's like nothing like it. It ain't the same feeling no more. Not the same feeling. Even the commercials. I remember game commercials by the buttloads that would come on. They constantly talk about who had the faster processor, who had the better graphics. You see Sonic doing commercials. You see Luigi and you see Mario doing commercials. You don't see it anymore. It ain't the same way anymore. Even when the Nomad came out, that's the portable Sega system. It took like 6 or 9 freaking AA batteries. It was heavy as I don't know what, but it was definitely beautiful because you can take your system anywhere you want. Big, beautiful, colorful screen. I remember the first time getting Streets of Rage. Man, that's a beautiful game right there. A RoboCop versus Terminator. But, you know, you go in the game store, it's just not the same feeling anymore. Nope. And I remember treading through the snow to get a Dreamcast. The commercials of the Dreamcast were freaking amazing. The first game I got with Dreamcast was Power Stone. I saw it on the screen. I saw these objects jumping back and forth and throwing stuff at each other, growing into these power suits and stuff, and fell in love with it and got Power Stone. Got what's the other one? I got Blue Stinger was another good one that came out. Sega Rally was another one. Sonic was another one I picked up. Something the Dolphin. I can't Eco the Dolphin. Yeah, Eco the Dolphin. I remember that when it came out. And then Sega had the keyboard that came out. They had House of the Dead with the light gun. Purchased that. They had the fishing. When I got the fishing rod, that was pretty fun. Man, that's when I started doing some online gaming with that. But still, I still miss them days. But now these new systems today, no. I don't even like the dashboards. I like the Xbox. The original Xbox dashboard was beautiful. It was simple and plain. There are no movies. My system I have over there, I do stream and watch YouTube off of it. That's pretty much it. And some of my gaming I play on there. I got some gaming I play on there. That's a few games I like to play on there. But it's still not the same thing as the cartridges. They're like, welcome to this is the future. Not really, honestly. Like I said, console was confused. Now today it's confused. It doesn't know what it is. And you're paying $1,000? Ooh. Paying $1,000 for it? Gee, just what? Excuse me. So we got a new Chestnut Haze screen paint. Can't show you until Monday. No, until Monday. Oh, my headache's gone. Oh, it did work. The Advil did work. Headache's gone. Oh man, not the screen. Ugh. My glasses back on. And jack it back up again. Okay. Wait, 60. You're my sunshine, my only sunshine. Make me happy when skies are gray. Never knew how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum. So let me get this straight. I just read something. Whew, we gotta change your graphic card. We can't be anywhere near you guys. We can't. Just can't do it. We can't. We can't have the same progress. If you have me what I think you have in here, you got a brick. You got a brickety brick. Oh my goodness, you are going to freaking brick. I just read something. You can't have a brick. You got a graphic card in there looking like something like that? Are you kidding me? That can't be true. You got a 4060 in there. You know how hot 4060s get? We have to have them in open cases for 4060s. Oh, only McDonald's had a brick. E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, you're gonna get a brick. You're gonna brick your system. There's no way in the world you can be running that card in there. That, sheesh. Can't be running in there. You've got to have lost your freaking mind. Oh, you definitely don't believe in magic. At the end of the day, do you believe in magic? Because your system's going to go burn out. You got to be kidding me. You can't be running that in there. Are you freaking kidding me? So basically, the Sony claims the speed is 45 faster than the original PS5. We assume that the integrated GPU is roughly equivalent to a NVIDIA RTX 4060. Let's get real close up when I tell you that you're in trouble. Can't put that in there. You have any idea how hot that chip gets in the day? That's gonna get super hot. And you got this crazy CPU in there on top of that, on top of the board. Huh. Well, I would suggest you buy a fire extinguisher and stick it next to your system, because that's crazy. Do you have any idea how hot those things get? How do you think they put them big, massive fans on them? Keep them nice and cool. Great big, huge thermal block and thermal paste. Well, you'll see when I take mine apart. You're like, oh, shoot. Like, yeah, them huge, massive freaking parts that keep it nice and cool. Oh, man, that's crazy. They literally put PC parts in this machine. Oh, yeah, it's definitely. Oh, man. You got to be kidding me. Oh, you're gonna brick you up, man. You're gonna definitely. I'm not wishing anything bad. It's gonna happen. It's inevitable. Come on, man. The PS5 brick left and right, and it has some parts in it. That thing at the end of the day, are you telling me that card is a chip in there is the equivalent of a 4060? First things first, that puts the PS5 to shame. It does. It puts it literally to shame. And that should have been your next gen right there. Your final, it should be your next gen before you get the PS6, because they burned you on that one. You can't be real on that. Oh, I can scratch my head for that one. That is crazy. Actually, good. Oh my goodness, that's insane. That's absolutely insane. That's insane. It's like building a PC case inside of a fireplace. That's the equivalent of putting a part like that. If you're laying at the bottom of the Empire State Building with your legs spread open, and somebody's up on top of it, carrying with a safe in his hand and steel-toe boots with cleats about that you get in your private area, that's literally what's going to happen to you. Oh my goodness. That can't be real. I got to go to the site and talk about this. Like, they put what in there? Why? Oh my goodness, you have to liquid cool that thing down. I'm getting the 4060, and I'm liquid cooling that thing. There's no way to warm on that my case. Even if it's open, I'm not doing it. Oh my goodness. Oh, then they're putting that in there. Gee whiz. I couldn't imagine what kind of card they're going to put in for the PS6, but yeah, comes with free smoke detector. Gonna put a big old smoke detector on the side of that dip. Man. Oh, I can't wait to see the inside of this. Man, I'll tell you something. They crack when he's open. And this thing has the same cooling system, similar to the other one. Well, anyone who went out there and paid the money for that 30th anniversary, or if you spent all that money to get a system, I pray you don't brick, but there's a good chance you are going to bricky brick. She's a brick, she's a mate. Yeah, you're going to brick. You're going to have more bricks on the system than watching Shaq at the three throw line. Because he can't throw for jack. He lays nothing but bricks. You're going to build a whole house, or a whole neighborhood, a whole village. You got more bricks than the Empire State Building. Man, you're going to be bricking it up, man. Brick, brick, brick. Brickety brick. You can't put that in there. You know how hot those things get when they generate? And you're going to have an M2 in there on top of that, too. A hot M2s get. Oh, they got liquid cooling systems for M2. Anytime you see a liquid cooling system for a PC part, you know that thing generates heat. Man. Knock, knock. Who's there? Brick? Brick who? Your system just bricked. And put that in there. Based on Sony's claim that the PS5 rendered speed to the 40 times faster than the original PS5 Pro and PS5, we can assume that the integrated GPU is roughly equivalent to a NVIDIA 4060. Are you freaking kidding me? Look at that. On AMD RX 7700 XT. You stuck a chip in a console system with very poor airflow capabilities, and it has equivalent to a 4060 sitting in that thing? It's a sad thing about this right here together. People know what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about. The other half of console, well, these are the people at the end of the day that really just dust off their system. That's basically about it. They don't really look at the specifications and all that. They just use it just for gaming. You got a ticking time bomb right there. Your system's gonna go out. But you know, what do I know at the end of the day? I know nothing about cooling systems. What would I even know? What would I even know? Why would I know this? Why would I know this? Why would I know anything about cooling? I don't know anything at the end of the day. I don't know nothing at all. Not a thing. Because I've been around since Pong and vector graphics means I don't know much about consoles, do I? Yeah. Comes with free. We were laughing about that when it came to the Xbox when it kept burning out. We're back there laughing about it because the only thing you could do at that time. I'm like, yeah, the new Xbox system is going to be called, it's called the Inferno. That's what we called it, the Green Inferno. Designed to burn you up. We was in that room crying. What can you do? Everybody in that room had a burnout. Every single person in the room we're chilling with had a 360 burnout on more than one time. So we're in there laughing about it. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm so sick and tired of buying these systems, man. They ain't checking them. And who's doing the testing on them and a beta test, something? Why are these systems burning out? And there was so many different versions that were all burning out. We were sitting there like, man, they're going to come out with the new next 360 called the Xbox 360 Green Inferno, strictly designed to burn your house to the ground. Comes with free accessories like Xbox 360 fire extinguisher, Xbox 360 smoke detector. Oh, we was in the room laughing so hard about that. I said, can you imagine the freaking commercials for this dip? Like you had the kid, wake up and run downstairs and open up the gun. Oh my goodness, I got an Xbox 360 Green Inferno. And then he would hook it up and start playing all night and everything. And then next thing he go to bed and that start slowly start heating up. The case starts to melt and then poof, it just catches fire. And you watch the curtains catch fire and the tree catches fire. Next thing you know, the whole downstairs is engulfed in flames. Good thing for the Xbox 360 smoke detectors, because they start going off. And then the family's running all over the house, and the father's trying to put out the fire as he's pushing through with the Xbox 360 or fire extinguisher. And then they show, like in the background, you see the fire department, you see the glisten of the lights, you see the family all huddled together, because the Xbox 360 burnt the house down. And the little boy says, what about grandma? I'm like, I'm sorry, son, we lost grandma. And the guy in the back, my buddy was in the back laughing about it. I'm like, yeah, comes with refurbished grandma. Oh man, that's how fed up we was over these systems. Look, even within fanboys, the hardcore fanboys will complain about their units at the end of the day. That, come on, man, we're supposed to have better than this, man. We shouldn't be burning out like this. He was burning out left and right, man. Burning out left and right. Everybody been in that room. It was a room for 4 burnouts or less. So everybody that was allowed in that room had to have 4 or 4 more burnout 360s. I had 7 units burnout on me. Yep, 7 units, and we just it was like a support group for people that were tired of the Xbox 360. Like, man, I'm so sick and tired of this, man. I swear I'm going back to PC. I'm so tired of this, man. I spend so much money on these systems. They burn out. So now The PlayStation. You had this thing called the white light of death too. I remember that. Thing would pop up on the side and get the white light of death. Everybody has been jacked up with their case. But man, now you're gonna have Brick City. They put a I can't wait to call my brother. Yo, they put a equivalent of a 4060 RTX in this system. And I think your GPU and CPU are all in the same chip. Good luck with that. Yup. Bricky brick. 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 I'd be surprised. I really would be surprised if this system didn't brick. But you already seen the instructions with the PS5. You can't play it for long periods of time. You can't use really more aggressive games because you run the risk of basically burning out your system. You're already given instructions what you can't do in a game system, which is the one thing you should be able to do on a game system. But people accept that, like the OLED TVs. You can't have it on overnight. Can't turn it off. You gotta wait, turn off. You gotta wait 7 hours for it to come back on. Oh man, fragile projects. With the same instructions in here with your PS5 Pro. Here's the deal. You can't play this system for more than an hour, or basically it overheats and self-destructs. Man, that's crazy. When you read out that specification, like, wait, it's gaming. You're supposed to be playing for long hours. Can you imagine? That's gonna be back there getting Dreamcast or N64, any one of them games, and it's in the box. Can't play for long periods of time because the system may burn out. And you be looking at them like, what the frick am I buying this for? It's just so you can sit over in the corner and look pretty. Go sit in the corner and look pretty. It's like you're going to like a bar with your PS5, and he wants to get excited. And don't get yourself excited. You may hurt yourself. You go over in that corner and you look pretty. Can't get mad about that. You have to $1,000 for this. Oh my goodness, I'm done. I make to unplug this. I can't take it anymore. And console life is freaking crazy. You know what? And the thing about it is they're gonna keep doing this stuff to you guys, man. They're gonna come out with another limited edition, get more money out of you, or more money out of the scalpers. I keep on doing this stuff to y'all. Some of y'all will learn and leave, and some of y'all will stay and get abused. I used to stay, I used to get abused, and now I'm on these machines playing a game myself. Matter of fact, I gotta get back to my freaking game. I downloaded a gun. Yeah, I went to the DLCs. Free DLCs. And add-ons. Yeah. I got myself a gun to shoot zombies because it actually was not doing my job at the end of the day. It's like, actually. People, I'm tired. I'm heading back. I'm going to finish up here for a little bit, get this mess all straight. The office is looking absolutely insane. Gonna get back. I've got work to do. But man, I'm telling you, I saw the price of that $1,000. But it's 30th anniversary. Guess what? You can't play it. You can't crack that box. You can't open the seal. You can't do jack. It's gonna sit up there for 10 freaking years. That's where it's gonna sit. Let me see this for a minute. How old is the Atari 2600? Came out in 1977. Oh, it's up there. You're going to have a system. It's going to be about 10 years before we can open that thing up. 10 years. You bought a system you can't even touch for 10 years. You can't touch it either way. You can't even open it up. You can never play it. Never play it. Someone else is going to open it up and play it. You literally bought that for somebody else. What do you really think about it? You get probably a good amount of money for it. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. It depends. I don't know. It might be valuable. It may not be valuable at that particular time. It could be not. It's valuable now, but at that particular time, it's not going to be valuable then. So, take it to the Antique Roadshow. You're like, nope. It's not even an antique. Nope. Atari 26 still in the box. Somebody got one brand in the box? No, these are the old. These aren't the new ones. These are the new ones. If it was one, it'd be $500. There we go. That's what Atari cost sealed in a box. $3,800. Sealed in a box, untouched, unopened, which means no one has ever touched that system while it sat in that box. I have a collection on Transformers. They sit in the box. In cases. Got a command setter. Never been opened at all, period. It's been sealed from the day they launched and brought that thing out. That's what makes them valuable. So if you actually get the limited edition 30th anniversary, you will never, ever, ever touch it. It'll sit there on a case and you would just stare at it and admire it. You can't even play. You can't just want to buy a game for it or a subscription. It's going to sit there right there. And then you open it up, value drop, boom. Atari games worth $10,000. How much is Steel Battalion in the box sealed? That's a giant controller that Xbox made. So a Steel Battalion controller, open, but with the box, will cost you $845. These are games, again, it takes time. The reason why this is such an expensive controller because it was the only one of its kind. There weren't any more controllers like it. How much for a Neo Geo in the box sealed?
According to neostore.com, our price, $939. New, factory sealed.
So that right there, the Neo Geo, if you had one at that particular time, you had one that was sealed in the box, you're going to be getting $939 for it. Where, if you look at the console system you have with the 30th anniversary, once the hype loses that, it's not going to be worth anything. How much for a vintage pinball machine still sealed in the box? Now, vintage pinball machines, on the other hand, are far more expensive than your console system. You want a vintage pinball machine? This is what you call the beginning of gaming systems right here, or gaming setups. Depending on which one you have, depends on, the Simpsons ones are very expensive. Atom Family's another one's very expensive. Pulp Fiction, Super Mario, those are which ones are rare to actually want to get. Now, if you wanted to get an Elton John version, it would cost you around $12,000. A pinball machine, especially if it's an antique or vintage one, would cost you far more money than a console would ever cost. And it doesn't have all the surfing online and all that stuff. No. They're not cheap. Pinball machines are very expensive. Now, if you got yourself a vintage pinball machine, $1977, $1978, almost $9,000. Pinball machines have always been expensive. Always been expensive. And the one for $16,000. Yep, costs more money than your gaming system. Costs more money than a PC. Oldest video game in the world.
According to Adelphi,
Old XO.
anyway, in 1952, a Cambridge University professor
Made of a
named
radar
A.S.
system.
Douglas created the world's first video game, OXO. This game was a tic-tac-toe simulator where the player plays against the computer.
Can you believe that? 1958, first video game came out. First video game. It was like the tic-tac-toe before Pong came out. You have to know your history. And then played tennis. Played different games it had in the day. That was a console game, but you have to know your history. Ever heard of Atom? Atom, the video game system. Atom, the video game system. This is how big an Atom was. That's all of Atom. Atom came with a computer, tape deck player, not tape deck, it was a data tape deck for recording your I don't know what the data tape deck. I gotta think back. It's way back before me. I remember floppy drive on that one, but the data tapes, I don't remember too much about them. But it came with a matrix printer, all that stuff. This was Atom. They were huge, and I mean huge. This is super old. Remember when these things came out, man? I wanted one so bad, and we got one too. We got one for Christmas. We got Atom. Man, that thing was huge, man. By the time you know it, that's just what it was, man. Man, the Atom system. I remember the commercial for that thing, the Atom. Had a freaking instruction manual, like a freaking phone book. I remember getting a Tandy computer. It had Macintosh parts in it. And you had to do 2 pages of code just to get the color red. Just so color red can flash on the screen, you had to write 2 pages of code. Yep. Tandy computers. Nope, not tiny. I said Tandy. 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 Tandy computers. Wait, which one wrong? Oh, this one. Tandy computer. Oh, I don't know what you call, man. Should be top in it. Tandy computers. Tandy. 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 Tandy computers. I love when I get on here and I be talking about stuff. People are like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. What do you know about you? You know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? You know what you're talking about? Yeah, I've been around a little longer. Yeah, so basically, yeah, these were computers a long time ago. Tandy. They were made by Radio Shack. Radio Shack used to be called Tandy Corporation before they converted into Radio Shack. But yeah, if you had one of these, and we did, this is what you had to write a ton of code just to get the color red. 2 pages. But we had a more of a TV kind of, wish I could find that thing. I would buy it. Tandy computer. This looks like it right there. So that's what it is. You hook it up to your UHF in the back, and you more of your I'm gonna call it coaxial cable, whatever it's called, in the back, and you would basically be able to go in and not really. It wasn't like surfing the internet. You had an operating system connected to that thing. It was like a word processor. That's what it kind of felt like. But yeah, it was called Tandy. Tandy computers. Tandy, this is my era right here, people. This is my era. This is where I came from. This is where I came from. Tandy computers for your TV. See, Tandy computers for your TV. Oh my goodness. Boom. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. That's what it was. Just like this. Just like this. This is what my mom got me. Right there. So you can play chess. You can play all kinds of games on there. Games weren't really that exciting, but I mean, hey, look, it's the first time having some technology in there. A little floppy drive, all that good stuff. Yep. I remember playing on a Macintosh computer when I was in school, but a floppy drive. They had some game on there, but some kind of like I can't think of the name. It's a game involving on Apple involving like some kind of survival game, and you played in the Wild Wild West, and you can catch plagues and all kinds of stuff. I can't remember the name, but you know what I'm talking about if you do. But I played it in school. Oh my goodness, look at that. Remember that? Anybody remember that? Anybody remember that? Yeah, this was the hookup right there for the back of your TV to be to play your games. Yeah, we're going too far back. Console don't remember. Some people in console don't remember this. Some people in console do remember this. You do remember the S video jacks. You remember that. But the console generation from these consoles, you don't know your history, do you? You don't know the struggle. Gaming on floppy disk. Bam, who remembers gaming on floppy disk? I do. I was around the era of floppy disk. We used to have Doom on floppy disk. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah, on floppy disk. Yeah, remember floppy disk. You remember the disc players? Boom. I might do an old console gaming system. Well, actually, it was computer then. This is actually all computer. It's not console. Not console at all. Oh, the days of floppy disk. Man. Those are the beautiful days of gaming. Those are good days of gaming. Gaming on floppy disk, freaking amazing. Wish we can go back to this era. Or we can't. Well, I can. I can play games from that era. Let me see. Let's go with vintage handheld video games. Now remember these. I remember playing this in school. Oh man. Remember this by Hasbro? Yep. Oh my goodness, a football game? By Coleco?